All right, so as a full-time woodcarver of 16 years, I have a lot of time to sit and quiet and think. And today I wanted to talk about one of the things that I wish, or actually 5 of the things that I wished I knew when I started out in this endeavor of carving. So if that's of interest to you, then stick around. This will be hopefully of some value to you. So let's get right into it. All right, so the first thing is physical work. Physical work is the name of the game when you're carving. I'll tell you what, I did not know how much physical fitness and health in general just plays into being a wood carver. I wish I would have taken much better care of my lung health, worn a mask whenever I power carved, especially when carving stone, but yeah, woodworking, anything where I'm producing a lot of dust. I wish I would have been more diligent with dust collection, eye protection, all of it, right? It's so important that you take care of your lungs. It's the only set that you've got. So I wish I would have paid more energy, put more energy into preserving my health. And of course, fitness, exercise, eating well, all of these things keep your body in tip-top shape for carving. So the most important thing that I wished I would have known when I first started carving is to always wear a onesie. I don't know how this happened. All right, so the second thing that I wish I would have known when I started out in carving is that it's a solitary gig. I mentioned at the beginning of this video, but it's so true that when you're a wood carver, you're often making your biggest strides of improvement when you are alone. I mean, you can carve with other people, collaborate on projects, and I think that's important to do, to just keep your sanity. Most of your life as a carver will be in solitude, and that's a really beautiful thing if you can learn yourself well enough to fully embrace it. Like if you can figure out systems that work best for you in terms of your work ethic and the way you structure your day. Sometimes I just like to take a drive, grocery shop, or meet up with a friend in the middle of the day to kind of break up the monotony of being alone. But it is a necessary part of carving, is being alone. So I wish I would have fully understood that and started to build in healthier practices from a young age. Because I was a bit of a recluse then, as a little kid. So I wish I would have kind of documented myself and my work more. Like, even just if I had taken a picture of every carving that I had done, right? This goes back to creating systems. If I had a system whereby at the end of every carving, I set up a spot and I took a picture of the carving with the same background each time, consistent lighting. If I had just put a little bit more effort into the presentation aspect of photography and just taking the time to do that, that would have been huge for me. Photography, I wish I would have done that more, spent more energy into that, because for a sculptor in the modern day and age, your main way of communicating with your audience is through images of your work. So perfecting that, if you can afford to hire people, hiring people and then learning from their skills, that's all stuff that I wish I had done earlier. Of course, hiring people wasn't in the books, but I wish that I would have known that carving is a viable source of income, right? I didn't know a lot about business when I started out as a kid, and as I got older, a lot of my peers and a lot of concerned adults were very concerned, again, very just upset about the idea of me being a full-time artist as opposed to some of the other things I was considering, like physical therapy. I was seriously considering that for a while. Teaching. These are great, stable careers, right? I mean, they're not necessarily known for high pay, but they're stable. And what I wish I would have known is that at the age that I am now, that I'm making a good living and I'm comfortable and I'm able to be content and afford the things that I need to take care of myself and my family. So I wish I would have had that future vision of myself, I mean, don't we all? But I wish I could have had that confidence, knowing when someone said that I wouldn't have nice stuff as a carver, that I could have just internally disputed them. I did to an extent, so I have to give myself partial credit here. I mean, I stuck to it, but there were long periods of time that I really doubted myself. So I wish I wouldn't have done that.